Hi, it's Rachel and today I filmed a makeup tutorial for you completing a purple smoky eye. As you can see here, this is the final look, but I hope that you enjoy it. It's my first ever tutorial, so I'm not sure about the lighting and I'm hoping that I stay in the camera, but it's highly possible that I drop out of the shot, so please forgive me for that. I'm definitely a work in progress when it comes to filming these types of things. This tutorial uses mainly drugstore products, specifically the Maybelline Stylish Smokes Quad in Amethyst Smoke, so it's number 6. It's a really easily accessible quad to find and it's got some really great colours. The purples and the darker colours and the lighter colours are all very pigmented and it works really great for a nighttime look. However, we've kept the rest of the face fairly muted, so you could probably wear this in the daytime as well. I'm not going to change my makeup before I go out today, so I think that's totally fine. It's just sort of whatever you're comfortable with. If not, it's perfect for a nighttime look as well if you want to go out with your friends or go out to a family event. So I hope you enjoy and let's jump into it. Okay, we're going to begin by priming our eyes. I am using Urban Decay's primer potion. I'm just going to put a little bit on the lid and a little bit under the eyelashes just because we'll put some shadow there as well. Just blend that in with your finger. I'm really sorry about my nail polish. It's totally chipped and I will take it off as soon as I've finished filming. So once that's blended in, I'm going to use some NYX Jumbo eyeshadow pencils as a base, and the first one I'm using is a 603 Pots and Pans, which is just a silver colour. I'm just going to put that all over the eyelid up until the crease. It doesn't have to be too thick, or too neat or too even, and then I'm just going to blend it out with my finger. As you can see, it doesn't really give much colour, it's just to add a little bit of silver shimmer underneath our eyeshadows. The next thing I'm going to do is take the NYX Jumbo eyeshadow pencil in Milk and just put a little bit in the inner corner. A lot, don't worry, we'll blend this all out. It's just going to brighten up the shadows that we put in the inner corner, purely because I really want the inner corner to be light, because we're having sort of darker colours to keep the eyes open and not be too closed up from the shadows. I want the inner corner to be very light. So once that's blended out, we're going to take the Maybelline quad, the Stylish Smokes in Amethyst Smokes, which is just, this one here. And I'm going to take a normal sort of eyeshadow shader brush. I'm using the MAC 239, but you can use whichever one you have just to pack on some colour. And I'm going to take that first colour up the top here of the quad, the lid colour, place it over the outer 2/3 of the lid. Just in light patting motions. And don't worry if it's not even, we will blend it out later. Okay, the next thing I want to do is take either the same brush and flip it over, or another brush and get some of the brow bone colour, this lighter shade here, and place this in the inner corner and just up towards the brow. And don't worry if you've got sort of a bit of a harsh line here, we will blend those two colours together later. Once you've done this, take a sort of rounded crease brush. I'm using a Coastal Scents one. I'm going to take that third colour, the crease colour, the darker of the two purples, and just start working this into the crease. just in windshield wiper motions. And I'm coming in almost all the way, but sort of stopping once you hit that lighter shade. Once you've let that colour in really well, I'm going to take a wide fluffy brush and some more of that lighter brow bone colour and just place it on the brow bone as per the instructions, just as a nice little highlight. And then I'm going to take a soft dome fluffy brush, this is the MAC 224, and just blend the crease out, mixing it up towards that lighter shadow. Next I'm going to take a stiff pencil brush, this is MAC 219, and I'm going to start with that light brow bone colour again and just place a little bit in the sort of under the lash line in the first or inner third of the eye. Then I'm going to take some of that lid colour, the lighter of the two purples, and place it under my eyelashes also. Just blending them together lightly. And then I'm going to take some of that darker crease colour and place it under the outer third of my eyelashes, just blending it up back into the crease. Okay, once I've done that, I'm going to just dust off that same pencil brush and take a little bit of this really dark outer corner colour. It's a sort of a black with a little bit of silver shimmer. And we're just going to place a little bit of this in the outer corner of the eye just to give it a little bit more dimension. And don't worry, again, we'll blend this together. Okay, so once we've done that, I'm going to take that fluffy dome brush again and just blend it all out. Not too much because we don't want the colour to go muddy, but just a little bit. Also, if you want to sort of have a sort of nicer transition between that dark crease colour and the lighter brow bone colour, you could take a little bit of that lighter lid tone colour on your fluffy brush, just a tiny little bit, and use that to blend the two together. This just sort of brings a little bit of that purple shimmer a little bit higher up your eye. So that's pretty much it for these shadows. Next I'm going to line my eye with a liquid eyeliner. I'm using Milani's Eyetech black liquid eyeliner. Now I'm going to try and stay in focus, but I keep on moving in and out of the camera, so here's fingers crossed that I'll stay in the camera. Basically what we want is just a really thin line, nothing too thick because we've got such a dramatic colour on the eye. So I start in the centre and slowly work my way out. And then I come back into the inner corner and work my way to the centre. Trying to get as close to your lash line as possible. So that's that. To set that liquid eyeliner, I am going to take a flat thin straight edged brush like this one here. This is an optional step, so you don't have to do this, but this is Max 212. And I'm going to go back in with a little bit more of that dark outer corner colour and just place it on top of the eyeliner. Just patting it in lightly. Okay, and one last thing. To line the inner rims of our eyes, I am going to just add one more pop of purple. So this is the Alamay Intense Eye Colour Eyeliner in the colour Purple Amethyst. So it just looks like this. It's just a creamy kind of wind up eyeliner. I'm just going to place this on the inner rim of my eye. And also I'm going to tight line slightly with it as well. So just slowly lift up your eyelid lightly. And place it on the inner rim. Okay, to finish up this eye look, we want really nice, big, bold lashes. So I am going to just curl my eyelashes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I'm going to use Maybelline's the Falsies mascara. Just a little bit on the bottom and then a couple of coats on the top. Whatever's left over on the brush is fine for the lower lashes. And we're done. So I'm just going to zoom out and we'll do the rest of the face. So basically, since we've done such a dramatic eye, we're going to keep the rest of the face fairly simple. So for blush, I am going to use Maybelline's Sweet Cinnamon blush. Smile to find the apples of my cheeks. For lips, I'm going to use the Revlon Colour Burst lipstick, and this one is in number 035 blush. So this is just a really, really nice neutral pink colour. And just for a little bit of gloss, I'm using Barry M's lip gloss in Toffee. This is just a nude colour. I'll zoom out a little bit again, and so here is the final look. I don't know about the lighting in this video. I'm really sorry. It's hard to sort of film with natural light, so the colours may be washed out a little bit, but hopefully you could see the colours enough to be able to recreate this look at home. If you do, send me a twit pic or a link to the video if you do make a video. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching my very first tutorial. If you've got any comments, please let me know in the bottom bar below. And if not, I hope you have a lovely day and I'll see you next time. Bye!